What's a good internet? My name is Attack Slug and welcome to my WWE Money in the Bank 2017 predictions video. And this card for Money in the Bank that is this Sunday, as I am recording this on a Thursday afternoon at like 3 p.m., currently only has five matches announced for this card. There's been no pre-show match announcement. There's been just, we have 5 matches for a 3-hour show plus a pre-show. And it's not like SmackDown doesn't have guys the fans might want to see on a pay-per-view. Where is Ty Dillinger? Where is Breezango? Where is American Alpha? Where is Luke Harper? Even Mojo has nothing for this show. So I will make some bold predictions for matches that aren't even announced. I say if Breezango is in a match, they win. If Aiden English comes out, sings a song, whoever interrupts him for a match is going to win. And if Ty Dillinger, for some reason, gets a match on this card, he will win. So those are my unannounced match predictions. Anyway, let's get into the actual announced matches that are on this 5-match show. The first of which being Naomi, your current women's champion, Feel the Glow, against the upstart, the challenger, the return, the first match for SmackDown Live. She's had one match before at Survivor Series, but the first singles match on TV or otherwise of Lana is going to happen. And Lana, apparently her finisher is a leg hook Baldo bomb almost type maneuver. I don't know what the hell that was on SmackDown. Anyway, Naomi and Lana. I think there is no sense in trying to pull a Jinder Mahal here with Lana and put the belt on her. But much like how the men's Money in the Bank here will definitely depend on who your world champion is coming out of this show, I think the same goes for your women's match and your Miss Money in the Bank match. Those two things are obviously very intertwined in terms of cash-ins. And definitely, if you have the women's Money in the Bank match first, and then you have the women's match afterwards, there could be a cash-in. Definitely possible. But it all depends on how the match card is laid out and how it is structured. Now, on WWE.com, they have this as the first match listed, so it might come before the Money in the Bank, and therefore no cash-in on Sunday night. So that being said, I think Naomi continues to be your women's champion. I think it is it is definitely possible that a heel will win that match, considering that you've got a good crop of that stuff. Well, sort of, in that match. I'll get to that in a moment. So I think that Naomi continues to feel the glow and does not lose her women's SmackDown Championship just yet. Not just yet. I don't know. We'll see. That could kind of go either way, considering on how hard Vince actually wants to push Lana, and we're kind of not sure yet. And hey, the match itself, you never know. It could be great. I'm not expecting that to be great, but I am open to being surprised. So I'm not ready to, just get angry at it just yet. So, that being said, we move on to your SmackDown Tag Team match playa, the SmackDown Tag Team titles. It is your champions, the Day One, the Usos, who have been cutting some of the most passionate promos in the business right now, because they actually feel like they want to be there, and they're hype about it, versus the returning, the longest reigning Tag Team Champions of the modern era, or no, of all time? The New Day, who are now, your kind of default biggest tag team on SmackDown, the New Day. And literally this pay-per-view is themed, like all of the promotional material is the New Day. So, considering that the Usos don't have a third brother, and the Usos don't have any friends, then why would it be anyone else outside of the New Day? The reason they are the longest reigning tag team champions is because there's 3 of them. You always have what Cole referred to as the damn numbers game And that's just kind of how they won those matches, because there were 3 of them. And even though they're faces now, they can still cheat to win. And so yes, the New Day. As much as I think the Usos have been doing a fantastic job as heels with this current run, and they're just very intense, and like no one else is kind of bringing that kind of intensity anymore to wrestling, I think the New Day, the numbers game pays off once again, and the New Day are your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Which brings us to Miss Money in the Bank. That is Becky Lynch, that is Charlotte, that is Natalya, that is Tamina, and that is Carmella. And as I was saying, I would definitely predict a heel to win that briefcase. Because Natalya is a heel. Tamina is a heel. Carmella, with Ellsworth, is a heel. And it's debatable whether or not they're continuing to keep Charlotte as a heel. They kind of tease a face turn there. But honestly, I think Charlotte still a heel. Which is basically 4 heels and 1 face. And if you're keeping the belt on Naomi, which I think they probably will, why would you give a face a win and then have a face holding the briefcase? I think generally it tends to work better with a heel holding the briefcase for that cash-in, because they can kind of just be mean about it. And, you know, that kind of thing. It definitely worked wonders for Seth freaking Rollins. So then the question is, alright, of those heels, who would winning that briefcase do the most for? And honestly, I think in terms of both who it could help in their career, whether or not the cash-in is successful, and who it would help in terms of just the visual of holding the briefcase, Carmella. I think having Carmella as Miss Money in the Bank and having to have Ellsworth carry around the briefcase would be hilarious. So that is my official pick, is going to be the Princess of Staten Island, Carmella. Now, you know, I don't think in any capacity would you ever have Tamina win that thing. I think you can make an argument for Charlotte, obviously, but the thing with Charlotte, she doesn't need it, right? You can have Charlotte get a title match at any given point because she's a Flair. She does not need a reason, a cash-in reason, to win on any given night. So I think that it helps Carmella the most to have that and have that cash-in. Successful or not, it helps her the most. Anyway, moving on. We have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Your champion, the unlikely modern-day Maharaja, Hard Body Mahal, taking on Randall Keith Orton, the Viper, Mr. Out of Nowhere, Randy Orton himself, in his hometown in St. Louis, and I think that is where the downfall is. I think the amount they have played up the hometown, having to do it for your hometown. My dad's gonna be here. P.S. He's not dead. Seriously. Whoever's editing Wikipedia, Cowboy's not dead. He's still alive. He's gonna be there on Sunday night. Playing up the hometown tells us one thing. We know Vince hates having guys win in their hometown. Especially faces. Especially faces. So why would this Sunday at Money in the Bank be any different? So, also, the entire reason behind putting the belt on Jinder was because you have a tour of India coming up in September. So why would you have your champion lose his title before you go on that tour of India? That does not make any sense. Now, I've outlined some stuff in other videos about how you could get around that and have him lose it and then win it again before that tour. And or winning it back on that tour could be an even greater bit of business. But logistically, I think he at the very least retains the belt, obviously with the help of his little compadres and whatnot. There's obviously going to be some shenanigans at play, and Randy is not successful in his potential stuff there. Now the wild card. The continued wild card for both this match and Money in the Bank is the man who was just cleared for action for return this week, and that is Handsome Rusev. Where does the Bulgarian Brute play into any of this? And if he plays into any of this, because they can just very easily keep him off TV because they don't want to have two anti-American heel characters because they don't know how to book more than one stereotype at the same time. That's a whole different discussion. I'm not going to get into it. So, Jinder Mahal retains his title at Money in the Bank 2017 with some shenanigans. Anyway, that brings us to the hardest match to call of the evening. That's right, it's your men's Money in the Bank. It is your U.S. champion Kevin Owens. It is the phenomenal AJ Styles, the man who would like to be introduced as the face who runs the place. It is Big Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf. It is the ultimate underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. It is the show-off Dolph Ziggler. And it is the artist, the artist known as the rock star, or more properly, which they don't mention as much anymore, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, for the Money in the Bank briefcase. And you could make a strong argument for every guy in this match. It's going to come down to luck in terms of who wins predictions for this match, because it really, you could make the argument for any of these guys to win. I think the weakest argument might be for Sami Zayn, but even then, very, very strong argument. Guys, we've raised or lowered, however you want to look at it, the glass ceiling on SmackDown, the land of opportunity. Whereas anybody at this point, if Jinder is champion, anybody could be champion. Therefore, anybody could win and cash in, and win and cash in, or lose Money in the Bank. So I think that based on the events of SmackDown this past week, usually when you're going into your go-home closing show, right, and the guy standing tall at the end of that closing show usually does not win the match. Therefore, Nakamura, you're out. Now, Kevin Owens, your current U.S. champion. I think somebody in this match will screw Kevin Owens out of winning Money in the Bank, and therefore we set up the next feud for Owens and whoever screws him out of that shot. So Owens, you're out. Dolph Ziggler, nobody cares. You're out. AJ Styles, strong contender. And Baron Corbin, strong contender. Sammy still kind of, I'm not really feeling it, but it's possible. So between AJ Styles and Big Baron Corbin, who needs it more? Who would that elevate more? AJ Styles is a made man at this point. He beat John Cena and made him go away for months. Styles can get a shot whenever he wants a shot. But I think Baron Corbin, for me, would be the favorite to go over in this match. It would definitely elevate his character. He's just a complete jerk. And having that briefcase would elevate the amount of just random violence from Baron Corbin. It would make your champion nervous to be champion if Baron Corbin had that briefcase. He is uncontrollable, unpredictable, and would get him to that next level that he needs to get to. So my official prediction is Baron Corbin as Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, does he cash in successfully? I don't know. We'll see. But we will get to that road when we get there. And those are my predictions for this year's Money in the Bank. And it needs more matches. I don't know. That's it. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. Let me know who you think will win on Sunday down in the comments below. And I'll see you next time and every day for more videos right here on this channel. In a mouch.